confident that we'll be seeing some more awesome plays from both of these teams. I am Pulse, and I am joined by Broken Shard. How's it going?
How you doing, man? Everything's alright on my end.
Well, that was less Broken Shard than you usually are. There we go.
Happy?
So, well, that would be one way of putting it. So we are jumping into these champion select with the picks and bans now coming out. All of the bans champions going out very, very quickly. That will be Zed, Fresh, Diana, Kha'Zix, Renekton, and Rumble. Take me through some of these.
Well, before we go into the bans, I just like that last game though. That last game was pretty intense. And I'm going to be looking forward to these next games because ESC are definitely bringing the fight to PG, who, you know, they haven't dropped a game in this tournament yet. So we saw ESC using Zac in the jungle, I believe two games yesterday, which it was actually a really big part of how they approach team fights, where they had that Zac come in and just completely, you know, be a disruptor in the middle of the team fight, not necessarily amount of damage. But I really like here is that Team Peculiar Gaming, they just went straight for the TF and Elise picks. Now TF, you know, we've seen some people run TF support, sometimes in Korea, sometimes even Acer actually ran TF support, so you know this actually could be TF support. What's great about the Elise and TF picks is that if you really think about the picks, they can go in multiple places. I mean, Elise can go top, jungle, support, mid. And, you know, TF can be mid, he can also go support. I've seen Phelox actually run TF support once or twice, I believe, in solo queue.
Yeah, for sure. Their picks are very versatile at the moment, and in the first game we did see Peculiar Gaming pick up that Zed with JWoww doing extremely well with it, but that has been banned out, so now picking up their leads could indeed be jungle. We've seen that a lot in the jungle, also maybe putting the TF mid as well for that global presence, and we now do have Varus and... I wanted to say Kurt being picked up, but that's Fizz. So Varus will be in the bot lane, maybe Zac mid or Zac top as well. We have seen some of that, possibly in the jungle as well, but interestingly, we haven't seen Fizz in a little while as well. Go ahead.
I believe it's going to be a Zac jungle. It seems to be Caruso's one of his more favorite picks right there. But one thing I want to point out is the fact that the Elise was picked. I don't believe that this Elise is going to be a jungle Elise. I feel that Amazing has expertise in these tanky junglers like Lee Sin, Jarvan, these all-in type of high skill cap champions, and I know him very well. Amazing is a friendly rival, if I could say with myself, and I know for sure he doesn't like Elise. Whereas JWoww actually really likes Elise in the top lane, and since, you know, if you take a look at it, Kha'Zix, Diana, Zed, you know, they've all been banned out. This could definitely be Elise top, and it's one of his more played champions.
Yeah, definitely. So it's great we have some back knowledge on these teams, and maybe it could be used to ESC's advantage, maybe knowing some of these picks that those players like to go for, and maybe just working around it as we wait for these last picks to come out from ESC themselves. So Fizz, haven't seen too much Fizz in this tournament so far, kind of like a skill cap champion. He's quite strong in terms of just giant burst damage that he can bring to the table, and they have some great initiation at the moment with Fizz's ultimate, the Chains of Corruption, and of course the initiation from Zac already, and it looks like they will be picking up that Shen, maybe in that top lane as well, so they will have that global presence, and also the Sona pickup. So at bottom they have a lot of damage in that laning phase, as well as a lot of initiation, and just initiation, said that twice, initiation and follow-up, there we go.
I really like ESC's team comp. It's definitely something that we see them run a lot, is this all-in type of team comp. They keep Varus for his good initiate and CC, but if you look at that, they got the Zac, they got the Fizz, the Shen, you know, all pretty much all-in type of champions, and you've got Varus and Sona doing a little bit of, you know, supporting from the backline. Now, Team Peculiar Gaming, it's a little bit of a strange team comp. It's not something we're used to. They're going for a pretty pokey team comp. They've got the good catch from Elise and TF, you know, if they stun card one person, they'll have the opportunity to burst them. And a Nami coming out of there. Nami is definitely not something we've seen before. You know, I'd be really interested to see Nami. I mean, she's got the good disengage with her ultimate, her Q. She does have a good heal, a good auto attack modifier, but we haven't necessarily seen Nami being used a lot. It looks like it is going to be a Nami right there in the bot lane, so Peculiar Gaming definitely going for this disengage poke comp right here, which is really, really unfortunate because it's going to be a little bit of a boring CLG Season 1 type of team comp.
Yeah, definitely. If ESC can potentially pull ahead, then they're going to again be in that nasty situation where they have that Shen split pushing. But as you said, they've got this sort of keep away composition where they have a strong laning phase as well, but they are trying to keep away from that initiation, that strong initiation composition from ESC at the moment. And a lot of initiation they do, in fact, they have a lot of sort of global presence from both teams already in this laning phase with that Shen pickup in that top lane and the Twisted Fate mid as well, and also some great follow-ups from these lanes. And it looks like it may even be this Elise in the jungle unless they swap up. I know you were saying that he doesn't, always favor Elise in that jungle, but it looks like he will be taking that in this role today.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that he's just trying to prove me wrong. He heard me on stream. It's like, guys, we got to make Broken Shard look like an idiot. No, but I feel that Elise is kind of the new Shen in the sense that it's not necessarily the most enjoyable jungle champion. However, it's definitely a champion that every jungler should learn how to do. Especially since if you're given the opportunity to first pick Elise, you're gonna need to want the confidence and the ability to put her in the jungle if you need to. But I'm a little bit worried about Grulum versus D-Man here. We see D-Man, he played a really good Kha'Zix yesterday. He seems to really like these assassins, and Fizz is actually a really good matchup for TF, so we might see some sort of all-in coming in on the TF come level 2 or level 3. But now we're in the delay period, so we're just going to go for a short break with some music, and we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Hello, hello, beautiful viewers of Twitch. Welcome back. We have just got started with Game 2 of Peculiar Gaming versus Team ESC Icy Box. First game, of course, went to Peculiar Gaming with, if I would say so myself, Pulse, was quite a close and intense game up until a particular Baron fight, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed, but it was actually Peculiar Gaming eventually taking it, but it was a very, very close game and a great opening match to this grand final series of today. And of course, guys, this is the EU West Challenger Series, so next week we should be jumping into another week of great action, but for today, this is ESC versus Peculiar Gaming, ESC in that blue corner and PG, Peculiar Gaming in that purple corner. So it looks like we will maybe have ESC looking for this early game invade. Nami just in the brush as well, potentially could get caught out here. I think Koi may be looking for this engage as well. He is in a very good position to potentially go for this. Him just around the corner as well.
Pulse.
May not have seen them.
Pulse, shh. Let them approach. And Koi approaches. Phelox was... He smelt something. You know, when you see the enemy team have this pretty good burst combination, you know, any team that has Sona on it is going to make all their champions deal particularly high damage because of that aura. And then, of course, the combination with Q and her passive power cord, you could essentially expect to take about a third or somewhere close to 40% of a Squishy's HP straight off in that burst combination.
Yeah, for sure, but they have been pushed out of that jungle and they will be going for a more, straightforward route. Maybe Koi just around that area as well, and Caruso just going to start up with that red buff, maybe going for that blue buff and maybe looking to gank mid or top. After he gets that fast level 3, it's quite likely he'll probably go for that route. And again, we just have Amazing going for that standard route of the blue buff and should be able to sustain himself fairly well with his spiderlings tanking up some of that damage as well.
Actually, this is actually really bad for Koi, because he did pick up his taunt in the level 1, you know, in preparation of looking to taunt that Nunu. What's wrong with me? To taunt the Nami. However, there was no opportunity to do that, so now he was not able to do the Wolves with the Fizz. So he's going to come into this lane with a slight experience deficit, whereas JWoww is going to get level 2 a lot quicker. And one of the benefits of having the Shen versus Jace lane is that it does do well in Jace's favor. However, Shen has the opportunity to do some pretty big plays early on and be very aggressive with his taunt and Vorpal Blade. Now, without that early level 2, I feel that that whole point of Koi's lane phase is going to be completely, it's gone pretty much. He's not going to have that opportunity. And we've seen JWoww, he's a very strong laner and a very strong, very versatile type of player. He's definitely going to be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. So right now we are just moving into the laning phase and both teams just kind of shaping up fairly evenly at the moment. Not too much harass going down, but meanwhile bottom we do have that kind of keep away lane as we were talking about before with that Ezreal just throwing out those Qs, trying to keep them away from him. But Brokey probably going to be in a better position with Rhyme and Simon if they do go for that initiation. They do have more damage in that early game.
Amazing, creeping up top. Oh my god! Flash E from JWoww forces the flash out of Koi. Amazing, you know, he called him Amazing for a reason with a great gank. Koi will go down to first blood, goes to Amazing. Unreal. Did you see that amazing coordination from JWoww?
Yes,
Please
indeed.
tell me you caught that. Please tell me you caught that.
Yeah, going in with that gank at top, picking up a quick first blood, very nice to see in that top lane, and Zach's just going to go in there as well to soak up some EXP, but right now we will have Shen having a slightly harder time, and that will put him behind as well, making it slightly more difficult for him to roam out of that lane when he does eventually hit 6, and it will put him behind as well. But we do have Cruiser getting aggressive onto JWoww, Thundering Blow will knock him back, and he will be in a better position, but Cruiser looking quite scary with that double buff, and his passive is still up as well, but Amazing also rotating top as well. Got to be careful though, because that leaves does a lot of damage in that early game.
Now, a lot of the pressure is going to fall onto the shoulders of Caruso because JWoww did actually burn his flash in order to secure that kill. He flashed in front of Koi and knocked him back into Elise's repel range. So Caruso, he's got many different ways to approach this lane. You know, he's got his elastic slingshot. He can come in and press his Q to slow. So this the kill potential is definitely there for these Shen plus Zach lane. But we see Amazing. You see, he's just sitting in that bush. He's still got his red buff for quite a long time, and his blue buff. Koi does not have his flash. He's actually quite squishy. JWoww does not have his ignite, but I feel that this gank is definitely going to work if they get it on properly. Maybe Koi will take the bait. He'll go for an aggressive taunt. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure, but he is wasting, not necessarily wasting, but he's spending a lot of time in that top lane and kind of relying on the fact that he does get this gank up. But meanwhile, mid, we do have some aggression from Caruso looking for that gank, but just only putting him back. But meanwhile, top, we do have that initiation onto Koi, just trying to get out of that. Cocoon lands as well past the minion line. Also now juking into the brush as well. Repel goes down for that vision. Chasing after now with JWoww, following after the shock blast, and the Venom Spike will finish that one off.
Scumbag Amazing taking all the kills, but just picking on Koi right now. I mean, they want to keep this Shen down, mainly because if Shen gets a certainly high farm, high kill champion, he's going to be able to split push, you know, without having anyone to stop him. And so they want the TF to be able to 1v1 the Shen if there's ever possibility of a split push. We see something going on mid. D-Man, he uses E offensively. Amazing lands the stun, but Caruso there for the counter gank. And will they get D-Man? Does have his... No, he has teleport, not barrier. D-Man goes down to Amazing. He's on a killing spree. Caruso does end up having to flash for that. Wow, Amazing is pinpoint on all his ganks today. It's unreal, just the sense that this guy has for knowing where and when to strike at the right time.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing, doing a great job in this early game. Maybe looking for this gang down at bot lane as well, as they are heavily pushed up. Nami looking for that initiation as well. Baroki in a very bad position as well. Piercing arrow goes down. Amazing actually going around the side, looking for this gank onto Ryman. Simon moving out and lands the cocoon as well, jumping after with that venomous bite. Spiling's doing some damage as well. Ultimate, however, coming in with that Destiny, looking to follow up. Grolem actually taking that kill as well. Cruiser looking to get into that lane, and we do have D-Man picking up that kill, finishing off Herma, not following after with the stretching strike, sorry, from the elastic sling shot. And now we'll be moving into the spot lane, 3 versus 3, and Twisted Fate fairly low with the rest of the lane as well, and he might decide to push in, but I think D-Man may be looking to rotate mid again, but he is waiting in the wings, stretching strike once again, and they are looking to be quite aggressive.
Well, that was a really, really good turnaround for D-Man. He did teleport down there, uses TP to pick up the kill on Ezreal. So, you know, a kill on Fizz, it's really, really good. He picks up a Cage's lucky pick, mainly because I feel that he's fearing that he's not going to be able to farm. TF teleports down there, picks up a kill, I guess... not necessarily the most necessary teleport, but ended up actually working in their favor, since now him and Fizz are pretty much even on kills, so there's not much of a gold difference between them. But Amazing, he ganked all 3 lanes. You know, he ganked top twice and all other lanes in a span of 7 minutes. And the only counter gank lane was bottom, where they only got 1 kill in response for, 1 kill. So definitely we see a big jungle pressure coming in from Amazing's Elise this game, but right now, there might be a slight lull period. They know that TF's ultimate is going to be down. So Fizz, he's got the opportunity to start roaming. He's got huge damage, especially with his ultimate. We all know about those horror stories where Fizz just ends up one-shotting people. So now, when I said the pressure was on Caruso, it's now on both of them. They need to make a play in these 50 seconds that TF's ult is down.
Yeah, definitely. Peculiar Gaming opening up very strong as well. They did indeed take that first game. Maybe they can ride this advantage home. As you said, that Destiny will be on cooldown, but it will be coming up very shortly. Just about 35 seconds left on that before they can go for another one of those Destiny ganks. And maybe looking at that Drake as well. Just cleaning it up with the pink wards. And Amazing on that, at least, will be able to take it very early. Not only in a very good position in terms of his own character, picking up the Spirit Stone and looking towards that Haunting Guise as well. But with those Spilings, able to tank that very consistently and able to take it down very, very quickly with that percent damage as well. Perfect toolkit for taking that in the early game, but we do have these just kind of sniffing around mid, maybe looking for that gank on Fizz, but he has indeed just picked up that blue, so probably found out. Ping goes down onto that ward, two pink wards, sorry, onto that Drake, so everyone knows what's up, and Amazing just going to go ahead and clear that ward down.
Uh-oh, we see JWoww getting jumped on top lane. Let's bounce, but the taunt misses. His flash is up, so, you know, this might be a failed kill. There's the ignite. JWoww flashes. Koi flashes as well. One more Vorpal Blade should seal the deal. And it does not. JWoww does jump on Koi, but he dies before Ignite goes down. And Koi picking up a much-needed kill. Good gank from Caruso. However, Team Peculiar Gaming are going to swiftly turn that around and pick up the Drake. So that ends up actually being something in Peculiar Gaming's favor.
Yeah, the Drake, obviously more gold efficient than just a single kill. However, Destiny has been popped, maybe looking to secure this turret. Koi quite low, but will be hitting the Shadow Dash immediately. Caruso now jumping onto him as well. Koi dropping very low, will be picked up immediately. Grolem just backing off to his turret. Caruso and maybe turning this one around, but Grolem's just going to back off after that stun has ended. We do have D-Man, however, roaming up into that top lane. Just playful trickstering over the wall, has hit the golems as well. Grolem will be calling that a brush. D-Man could place a guess that he is there. Duking past the minion line as well, maybe looking for this. And he will go for the playful trickster. Great flash out of the way by Grolem.
Wow.
Duking the ultimate as well, and should be able to get out of it. However, he will be jumping up with the Urchin Strike. JWoww coming in from the side as well. Meanwhile, at bottom, we did have an engagement. Ignite taking down onto Nami, but I think he should be good to go. However, JWoww now putting the ward down as well. Maybe looking to get aggressive onto Caruso. Caruso in a pretty good position, does have his passive still up. And D-Man just trying to get out of that, but meanwhile on bottom we do have another engagement as Ezreal drops, and we do have Nami dropping very low. Piercing arrow is just going to whiff there, just the edge of Nami.
You can feel the piercing arrow on her skin, just barely missing that. But quite a good play by Grulum there, doing as many jukes as possible. Picking up that kill on Shen, you know, stopping that push. This Shen is definitely not having a great game. He's 1-3 with 36 CS compared to JWoww's 0-1-2 with 64 CS. And let's not forget that there is a dragon advantage in Peculiar Gaming. So JWoww comfortably sitting about 1,000 gold higher than Shen at this point. So Koi, pressure's on him right now. He did have a pretty good rumble, you know, such a good rumble that we had the camera following him for at least 1 minute there. He's not really able to replicate this on Shen in the laning phase. I've yet to see this stand united. Maybe if a good fight comes up for for ESC and Koi is able to teleport down there and pick up a kill or two, that could probably be the changing element that he needs in this lane.
Yeah, for sure, but some of these engagements haven't really been going favorably for ESC. Most of their lineup has been burst down immediately, and also just kind of maneuvering around them to picking up those objectives. And once again, amazing, maybe looking for this gank up at top, going around the corner into that tri-bush, up at that top lane, looking for this gank onto Koi. He's fairly tanky, but he has not been in such a great position, has picked up the Giant Belt, 1-3 right now, and Juice looking to push this in as Elise is shaping up for this gank. But meanwhile, on bottom, on the flip side, we do have Caruso maybe looking for this gank as well, lining up the elastic slingshot, but not actually going to engage. Meanwhile, at top, we do have the mini wave now pushing in, looking to maybe land a stun as well. JWoww just poking, doing some more damage, and now the teleport coming in as well. JWoww actually locking down amazing, so that will be Koi. D-Man now coming in with the teleport, looking to chase after, flash over the wall, and now chasing after. Just missed the ultimate, and amazing will maybe get out of here with his life, but meanwhile, at top, Koi dropping very low as well. Elastic slingshot over the wall from Caruso, and the Twin Shadows will go down, revealing his position, and D-Man will be forced to back off. But JWoww now in a bad position. Playful trickster over the wall. Caruso looking in a very good position to chase this one after as well. Elastic slingshot goes down. Will be juked out of the way of JWoww. To the skies goes out onto D-Man, looking just to kind of escape with his life. And Root Glow goes down once again as well. Amazing looking to come into this, but he has however being revealed by that ward. Knight Cocoon will just keep him back for a moment, but he will be taken down immediately. D-Man looking to drop very low as well. And Amazing coming back down from that repel. Grillin now coming in with the Destiny, looking to chase after Caruso, flashing over that wall. Will Grillin follow? Grillin, however, does not have that flash and won't be able to connect those wildcards.
What a beautiful turnaround from Grulum. They needed that stand united to come down, however, those wild cards just instantly nuked him down. However, that seems to be a one for two in favor of ESC. So definitely something that goes in their favor for this game. And meanwhile, you know, Hammer did end up being dropped in that bottom lane. He did die to the Varus there. So bottom lane not necessarily going very well for this Nami Ezreal.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems to be turning around for ESC. You know, it seems that they're starting to win these fights a little bit more convincingly. Their high mobility champions, Fizz and Zac, are definitely catching these less escapey type of champions like Jace and Twisted Fate off guard. And Amazing, you know, with some pretty cool jukes there, dodging the fish just barely. However, not enough, just not enough. Too little, too late. Ends up being picked up at the end of that fight.
Yeah, Peculiar Gaming looking to be very mobile in this early game, but ESC is held up on their own pretty well, but we do have Amazing maybe looking for this gang in their bot lane as well. Tidal Wave goes down, looking to connect it with Ryman Timer, but will be juked out of the way, and Elise won't be able to follow up on that one. The ultimate is currently down, but Elise still sniffing around, potentially maybe looking just to hold the lane as that bot lane will be recalling. Zac also around that area, and meanwhile top is just going to go ahead and trade, but we do have the elastic slingshot being charged up straight onto Felix, completely exploded as the stretching strike goes down as well. Repel comes out, and Let's Bounce comes down straight onto Amazing, has already used the repel, and the ultimate coming in from him as well, but it's not enough. 2-0 trade down on that bot lane, and now ESC coming back into it on their own.
ESC Brokey dominating this bot lane. I playfully made a joke earlier that Ashbot was still better than Brokey. Of course, just jokes. However, he's definitely taking advantage of the huge CC combination that comes in from Let's Bounce and Chain of Corruption. I've always said that the Sona Varus lane is probably the deadliest lane to go up against. Because at any given moment, if they decide at the push of a button, you're going to be CC'd in good combination by two relatively high damage abilities.
Yeah, for sure, and ESC looking to shape up very nicely now, just evening up the gold advantage, and we'll be picking up another tower as well, because I feel maybe in the next team fight they'll be in a much better position, as the team fight is quite strong, lots of AoE coming out as well, and just landing one of those AoEs will allow them to layer all the other AoEs on top. If you land a crescendo, you will have Let's Bounce coming in, with Koi landing the Shadow Dash, and also D-Man landing that Fizz ultimate, as well as the Chains of Corruption. If they can get that AoE...
Sorry, you stuttered for me for a second. But you know, the biggest problem for me that I see Peculiar Gaming doing is that we talked about how their composition as a team is pretty much about poking and disengaging, and it seemed that every time that they came out behind in trades, they were engaging. So maybe Peculiar Gaming can, take a hint and stop engaging and start focusing on their team comp, farming up, poking from afar, and making sure that Team ESC had never have a chance to engage. Of course, easier said than done, considering that they had a Varus and a Sona and a Fizz for the engage. However, they did pick up this comp, so they definitely have to play it properly.
Yeah, definitely, but Drake has now spawned, and we do have Caruso jumping in with that E, now chasing up to Grolin as well. D-Man connecting that ultimate, jumping up with the Urchin Strike, will be picking up very quickly with Let's Bounce coming down from Caruso. That's a 1-0, but meanwhile, top we did have Koi dropping to Jay, while as Amazing was just going around the corner, maybe looking to pick up this top turret, since probably Drake going to go to that D-Man, Caruso and Ryman Simon combo as Varus just comes around the side looking to help out as well. But one tower already for that Drake, and he will be pushing down further as well. He may be losing a second turret, and we do have a TP from D-Man, maybe looking to push them away from this one. Playful Trickster comes down, just looking to clear the minion wave.
Yeah, I definitely think D-Man could have played that much better. The reason I said uh-oh is because I was just taking a glance, wait, maybe they have a TP or some sort of global aside from Shen'el. I take a glance and I see the TP kind of flicker slightly as it comes off cool, then I'm like, uh-oh, this could be terrible with the Shen ult combination. It's a decent, oh wow, we have an engage coming in on mid. Tidal wave going out, Brokey gets ulted by Shen, there's the damage is just not there, Gruelim gets locked down, Gruelim gets picked up, and that's what I was talking about. Peculiar Gaming tries some kind of desperate engage on one champion, and it gets completely blown up in their face.
Yeah, as soon as you start connecting those ultimates together, however, we do have the E coming in from Caruso, and I'll jump onto him in a bad position, flashing out there as well, but D-Man picking up the Urchin Strike. However, the Hammering Blow batting him into that turret will be picked up immediately, and we now have ESC in full retreat. JWoww just around the corner as well, lots of damage coming to Caruso, chunking him down with that shock blast through the acceleration gate. But so they should be good and out of there, but that was a 2-on-1 trade overall, but they did drop the turret as well in those hostilities.
Yeah. We see ESC for the first time this game picking up a slight 500 gold lead. Caruso doing some craziness right here. Amazing gets locked up. Will he get dropped down? There's the jump on by JWoww. The damage is incredible. Great pace by Amazing, it seems. All planned, I assume, of course, by Amazing. And, that was a huge turnaround because now Gruelim rejoining the team, they're definitely going to be able to pick up this turret and turn a bad situation where they were 500 gold behind, now they're 1,500 gold ahead. Good play by Peculiar Gaming to bring the gold lead back in their favor.
Yeah, Peculiar Gaming just picking up on that mistake from Caruso as he was jumping in with Elastic Slingshot, nuking him down into that passive form. I guess the idea was to jump in, hit the passive, and then have his team follow up, but it just wasn't enough against that onslaught from Peculiar Gaming, who were able, as you said, to turn that one around. So, Amazing now in a pretty good position still. He's 5-2, picked up the Hunting Guys, also got the Sword Boots as well, and 2,000 gold in his back pocket. Now picking up the Leandri, looking to be a very scary Elise. But on the flip side, we do have Fizz with that Hunting Guys himself and the Seeker's Arm Guard. It's kind of interesting because D-Man in this game has picked up, as you said before, the Teleport and the Ignite, however. So usually when you pick up the Teleport, you're going to have a slightly weaker laning phase against your opponent because they have greater trading power with that Ignite. However, D-Man taking both of those means he has the best of both worlds, and since he has the Playful Trickster, that he's basically got a free flash on demand, or a free escape rather.
Of course, a big part about Fizz in the Fizz versus TF matchup is you want to use your E offensively in order to slow him so you can land your Chum the Waters. I always forget that. I just call it Shark. To land your Shark, very, very easy if you get that slow. So Amazing took advantage of that actually early game when he got that first kill onto D-Man, where D-Man uses E offensively and then Amazing came out of nowhere and then they combo the stun, but Koi gonna spot out Amazing in the top lane. Amazing trying to land a stun, nothing happening there. Picking up his Leander's Torment, that's actually going to do quite a lot of damage if he lands one of his spells on the enemy. Quite a bunch of percentage damage, especially since Koi is building pure health, and so is Caruso, with not much magic resist being built on their team.
Yeah, and you can only feel that Elise is one of those major threats at the moment as well, so, magic resist might be on the cards really for ESC to pick up in the near future, because Elise, as we've already seen, is looking to be very scary at the moment. That being said, we do have Jace in a very good position of his own, picking up the Black Cleaver and the Mirror Mana, so once again, also doing a lot of damage into the stage of the game, just picking that one up. And we do have Brokey just in that mid looking to get away from Grulum. We do have a Cocoon landing onto D-Man. Amazing potentially in a bad position, but he does just get out of there. We do have that Chain of Corruption and the Crescendo coming down onto Grulum. Huge damage coming out. Koi looking to follow up as well. Good tidal wave just kind of keeping him away. Fish goes down, but will be juked. We do have the Twin Shadows coming out as well for the counter engage. Right with Simon, maybe not in the great position. Just juking out of the way of that Ezreal ultimate. Now Amazing just tagging Koi with that Cocoon in a very good position. Him just using that Arcane Shift to flash out of the way of that hail of arrows. And then we do have more harass coming in from the side, but we do have Caruso now coming in with Elastic Slingshot just to kind of push Jace away to stop some of that harassment coming in from those shock blasts.
Great proper disengage from Peculiar Gaming. You saw that every single one on his ESC had to flash or use their gap closes to try and get an ult. It was a desperate engage from ESC. They know that their team comp revolves around these hard engages, and if they're not able to do that and they get poked down, then they're surely going to lose the team fight. Every single person on ESC Peculiar Gaming managed to get up unscathed, and ESC running back to their base with their tails in between their legs.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about this in Champion Select as well. As you said, they have the strong initiation composition where if they engage, they're going to do a lot of damage with those ultimates and with their champions in general. However, we do have Peculiar Gaming with more of a keep away composition, just kind of locking one person down, nuking them out, and just poking them underneath the turret. And when they do get ahead, they maybe have that Grulum split pushing with that Twisted Fate, and also the poke coming down, and then engaging when they're in a good position in terms of HP pulls and cooldowns as well. But as you said, we do need to see ESC looking for those engagements, but it's really about what Peculiar Gaming lets them engage upon.
I really like how Grulum went for the Twin Shadows. He didn't build a Sheen yet. He went for the Twin Shadows, and it looks like he's going for his Hourglass. He understands that he does not need the damage from Lichbane. He more needs the disengage and catch potential from his Twin Shadows. So adapting quite well to his team comp's needs, he is going to be missing quite a huge chunk of his front load burst damage. So the magic damage threat is not going to come from TF. It seems that it's coming from Elise, actually. Elise, 5-2-2 with her double pen items, Leanders. Look at that spider just explode, dealing quite a good amount of damage. Now the invisible dragon, as I see on my screen, is being taken down, and wow, quite quickly. Amazing jumps up into the air. The shark completely whips. Amazing flashes over the wall. Great play, but D-Man gets stunned, goes over the wall. Oh my god, the huge engage coming in from ESC. First one to go down. Meanwhile, JWoww completely shuts down Sona, pushes Brokey, and he runs away. Will he get away? Flash by Koi, and he gets picked up by Brokey. Looks like D-Man jumps back to the middle. He does have his Hourglass. Will he be able to use it? Yes, he uses it. He's going to be okay. Will he manage to get away? There's the playful trickster. Grulum now in the middle. Grulum goes down to Koi. Back and forth fighting. Hammer gets taunted. Hammer so low. There's the barrier. Picks up the kill. And D-Man picks up the kill back on Hammer. Phelox, the only one left alive. And I am out of breath. Oh, God.
Yes,
Looks
indeed.
Wow, what a back and forth exchange, which actually ended up with Peculiar Gaming still ahead. 400 gold. I am dizzy, so I'm going to let you talk for a little bit now, Pulse.
That team fight absolutely explosive, and PG just not coming out of that engagement very favourably, with ESC immediately picking up that Drake and then turning onto Elise, who was slightly caught in that situation. But we did have Peculiar Gaming sending their backline into that of ESC's, doing some damage. However, as ESC just got themselves together back into that clump that they're strongest when they can pile their abilities on top of each other, they were in a much better position, just annihilating that backline, who were in an awkward position, and then eventually just turning that team fight around, and then picking up both the Drake and a very confident team fight as well. So right now we are about 24 minutes into the game, just coming up to it, 15-12, and we do have Peculiar Gaming still 1k in the lead, but they did lose that team fight, and I think it's fairly evident right now that we do have ESC in pretty good position in terms of team fights as well. So even though they are behind in that gold, then they can probably go for a team. If they get into one of those team fights rather, then they're going to be in a good position. Go ahead, Brugachard.
It's just evident now that Peculiar Gaming definitely does not have the stronger team fight unless they play it properly. JWoww actually did use his To the Skies combo, followed by the Thundering Blow on the Sona. So after Sona uses ult, generally she's not the most useful, but however, D-Man does get caught out. There's the Shed ult. Grulum is in a very bad position. He's Zona's, but he's probably gonna die. Koi picks up Amazing. He does still have his repel. We're getting to see a disengage. Simon manages to slow Amazing. Amazing is in big trouble. Oh my god, will Koi be able to get that taunt one more second? Amazing repels up into the air, but I feel that it's too little too late. There's a slingshot. Amazing goes down, 2 for 0. There goes the catch by Brokey. Phelox gets caught out. That's the Oracles that goes down. D-Man actually goes on Hammer. Hammer gets caught by the crescendo. Unreal chain reaction, but meanwhile in bot lane, we see JWoww doing the smart thing. He might actually get this inhibitor. We see actually a base race. Koi is backing off. Will they be able to pick up an inhibitor in exchange for the ones they lost? Who knows? Actually, I believe they'll be able to. They have 4 members hammering on this turret. That inhibitor definitely will go down in quick succession. Koi now back here trying to defend from JWoww. Trying his very best, but it doesn't look like it's working. Grulum now back alive, and he tries to defend, but that inhibitor, actually inhibitor for inhibitor, goes down. But Koi is actually in trouble now. Will Koi go down to JWoww? And he does. JWoww picking up a smart kill onto Koi. And my head hurts again.
But Peculiar Gaming playing that really nicely. That was a 4 versus 5 fight. However, JWoww was already in that top lane, pushing that down, and ESC were in 2 minds basically what to do. They did push that mid down with that team fight 1, and they did take that inhibitor. However, as you said, JWoww in a very good position, picked up that inhibitor. We do have D-Man now coming back into it. Good for running low, but he will connect from the waters, landing that shock as well, doing a lot of damage and picking up that kill very confidently. That being said, we do have Peculiar Gaming immediately going into that Baron. Spatlings will be tanking it, looking to soak up some of this damage, trying to keep them in a good position for this team fight, which will eventually erupt. 4 versus 4 right now. Koi is down. He is back up, but he doesn't have Stand United. So this will be a 4 versus 4. Percy Arrow will land onto amazing. Very bad position. Repel goes up as well. Baron still wailing on the rest of that team. D-Man looking to mop up the rest of them as Smite goes down. Not quite going to get it. And Grolem over the wall as well. And that will be Varus taking up that Baron. And that was disastrous right there from Peculiar Gaming.
That was just terrible. Amazing was tanking. The Nashi got dropped super low that he had to repel. Landed right into the loving arms of that Fizz, picking up another kill. D-Man 10-3 and 7. Brokey 4-2 and 11. Zach 5-1 and 8. Definitely showing that this hard engaged comp is working for them. Peculiar Gaming, you know, picking up a comp that doesn't look like they're very comfortable with. A sort of split push type of comp. I think they might as well just stick to their very, very famous something that we both loved seeing was the triple assassin with the Sona comp. You know, it worked very well for them, but now when they're doing a more back off, you know, backtrack type of team comp, it definitely shows that they're not as experienced in it.
Definitely, and yeah, as you were saying, in that first game, you had that sort of triple assassin with the Zed and the Diana as well, looking to rip up that backline, but in this game, they're doing just as well. It is still a very even game, 22-13, but the gold value is very, very similar, and Grillum just popping down the twin shadows, just making sure that he is safe, not looking for any of those ganks because he is at the moment completely out of mana. He does have those blue cards, but it's not really enough to sustain him in a duel. But right now, Peculiar Gaming not in a great position because they just lost the Baron, they lost another team fight as well, and you can only feel that in the next team fight it's not going to get any better for them, and Peculiar Gaming needs to do some sort of play, maybe get a catch, because their team fight, or rather their team picking potential to get 1 or 2 players out of position and pick them up very quickly is quite strong.
Some peculiar items coming out of that Ezreal. Get it? Peculiar. He picked up the more mana into the gauntlet, so his damage really isn't that high. You know, most AD carries, they pull out their damage from having some good R-Pen, the Last Whisper Bloodthirster build, or crit with an IE build, or even Blaze the Ruined King. Ezreal is going for a more kite-oriented build, so when it comes down to these big team fights, his damage potential is not going to be as high as, say, Varus. Now, D-Man picked up Merylnomicon, so he's actually going to be sitting at 40% cooldown reduction with a blue buff, which is super important for his Playful Trickster. It's on a 4.8 second cooldown. Urchin Strike, 4.2 seconds. Chum the Waters, 42 second cooldown. So you know that he's just going to be able to spam those spells without any fear of having them on very long cooldowns.
Yeah, for sure, but it's not like Peculiar Game doesn't have any recourse because they do have that Twisted Fate down at bottom with a lot of wave clear, so we should be able to keep that Shen away, even though they are ahead in this game. And that's what a lot of teams fear, having that Shen in that bot lane, just pushing away, but they do have that Twisted Fate to kind of push them back. Similarly, in that top lane, they do have him with that long-range sort of kitey build with that Iceborne Golem, but they do have the initiation right now from Caruso, and the lead's getting completely bursted down before Repel even comes out. Him trying his best to kind of keep them away from the top. He will also be pinned down by the Shadow Dash from Shen, now jumping onto Feliox as well, but he will be forced to back off. Acceleration Gate Shock Blast basically scratches Koi as they pick up this top turret as well. I was just saying that they have no recourse, but a fantastic engagement from ESC will put them back into a strong pushing position.
I feel that was an appropriate allocation of skill usage there. They used 3 ults to kill Amazing. However, Caruso jumping in. Will he kill Phelox? Phelox goes almost down, gets down to Brokey. JWoww will go down. It looks like Grulum will go down. He does pop his Hourglass, and he will die to D-Man, who is 12-3. Anyway, good allocation of skills. 3 ults for Amazing, 1 taunt for Hammer. Definitely know who the carry is in this game. GG convincingly from ESC, pulling it up to a 10k gold lead. D-Man 12-3-6, definitely putting them all in his fish back, carrying ESC to a great victory up here. Although it wouldn't be necessarily fair to say that he did it all alone. I mean, the team did start picking it up after that Dragon fight. They realized that their team comp was all about engaging, and that Peculiar Gaming were a little bit too antsy to try and put their own engages on the table.
Yeah, for sure. And that was actually Peculiar Gaming taking a loss in that game, so that is currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series in the grand finals of the Challenger series this week, guys. So we will be jumping into the third game, and with everything to play for, well, we should see some more great League of Legends action. We will see you soon. Stay tuned.